you're cruising to the Caribbean, there's no doubt you are thinking about spending an amazing day on a beautiful Caribbean beach. But the big question is, which beach do you go to? I get this question often, and I see it all the time in online cruise groups. When you book an excursion with a cruise line, it's often just called a beach escape or something like that. So you don't really know which beach you're going to. So your best bet might just be make your beach plans on your own. Let's face it, spending the day at any beach is better than a day at work. But today I'm going to share with you my top beaches in a number of different cruise ports that I recommend to all of my clients, plus a few that I will tell people that they might want to stay away from. So let's get started. Hello, I'm Sharon from Sharonatsea Travel. Thanks for joining me today to take a look at some awesome Caribbean beaches. Now, I know there are a lot of amazing beaches in the Caribbean, but the ones I'm going to mention in this video today are the ones that I'm familiar with. When you're finished watching this video, you jump into the comments and share your favorite beach, or at least one that you're maybe looking forward to visiting. And remember to stay till the end for my least favorite beaches, and feel free to share one of your never again beaches in the comments as well. Right out of the gate, I'm going to start with probably my favorite Caribbean destination, and it has many amazing beaches, and that is Barbados. My favorite beach here is the very popular Browns Beach on Carlisle Bay. This beach is very close to the cruise port and has something for everyone. Beautiful clear water, amazing powdery sand. One of my best beach memories was the day we spent at the Boatyard Beach Club on Browns Beach. They had great service, delicious drinks, water activities, they had it all. Barbados has many beautiful beaches, but the combination of beauty and convenience makes this great beach one to check out in Barbados. Next up is the beautiful island of Aruba. There are many popular beaches available to you if visiting for the day on a cruise. But the one I like most is Eagle Beach. This beach is as wide as it is gorgeous, so even if it's busy, you don't feel crowded. It's a public beach lined with hotels and beach clubs, so facilities and services are available, and you can rent chairs and umbrellas too. The area is also well known as a nesting area for sea turtles, so keep your eyes peeled on the beach and the water. A taxi or public bus will have you there from the cruise port in about 10 or 15 minutes. Another beautiful and convenient beach for cruisers, Eagle Beach is worth checking out on the port stop in Aruba. Now, if your cruise ship is stopping in Bonaire and you are looking for a primitive beach experience where it's just you, the beach, and your snorkel gear without any extra services or facilities, you have to check out No Name Beach. From the cruise port, you can arrange a round-trip water taxi for about a 20-minute or so ride over to Klein Bonaire, a small little island off the coast of Bonaire. Here you can find No Name Beach. It is gorgeous. Bring a towel, snacks, bottled water, lots of sunscreen, and your snorkel gear, and you can enjoy some awesome drift snorkeling. St. Martin is a favorite port stop for us, and when we're not racing around on quads or four-wheelers there, we like to enjoy a little beach time. A favorite stop for many cruisers is Great Bay Beach, which is also the closest beach to the cruise port. You can exit the port area and walk about 20 minutes or grab a water taxi from the pier area to reach this gorgeous 2-mile stretch of beach. You can walk the boardwalk for shopping, dining, or drinking, or grab some loungers and an umbrella for just a few bucks and enjoy the sand in your toes with a direct view of your cruise ship. One note, if there are multiple ships in port that day, the beach can get very busy, so get your beach time in early and then walk the boardwalk afterwards. Another beautiful stop in the Eastern Caribbean is Antigua, which is known for having 365 beaches. Yes, that's right, one for each day of the year. So how do you decide which one to visit on your port day? Well, here's one that's close to the cruise port and will offer a little history. Grab a taxi and head over to Fort James Beach. You can check out the actual 18th century fort before heading over to this beautiful and fairly quiet beach. You'll find a few spots to rent loungers and get a great lunch like at the Treehouse Beach Club or Malaz Beach Bar and Restaurant. Next up, the very popular cruise port of St. Thomas. I actually have two favorite spots to recommend here, and both of them will take you just a few minutes to get to. First is Secret Harbor, this amazing spot we stumbled on a few years ago. It's a small, quiet beach about 20 minutes from the cruise port by taxi. You can rent loungers and snorkel gear at the dive shop, and they have a nice little restaurant and bar as well. The water is amazing, and you can swim, snorkel, or just relax. I'll link the video up here from our day so that you can come back and check it out later. By the way, while we're on the topic of coming back, if you enjoy this video, please consider subscribing to our channel and coming back to check out more cruise content. We always appreciate it. Now, if you have a full day in St. Thomas, here's another beach to consider, Trunk Bay Beach. The only catch is it's not actually on St. Thomas. You will need to book an excursion or grab a ferry on your own for about a 30-minute ride from St. Thomas over to St. John, then take a short taxi ride to Trunk Bay Beach. We've been here twice, and both times were just amazing. It's fairly quiet, minimal facilities, gorgeous beach and water, great views, and a very cool underwater snorkel trail you can follow. My final Eastern Caribbean cruise port beach I want to mention is in Tortola. Tortola isn't on a lot of cruise itineraries, but we visited a very popular beach there, and I wanted to add it to the list, Cane Garden Bay Beach. It's probably the most popular beach spot in Tortola. It's a beautiful beach with calm waters, great views, and it also has all the facilities and services you could ask for. It's definitely a beach you're going to want to get to as early as possible because it will fill up fast, especially with multiple cruise ships in port. We spent a few hours there on a very busy afternoon. We walked the beach a bit, had a great lunch, and enjoyed some amazing views. I've got a few more beaches to mention, so let's get into the Western Caribbean, starting with a very popular port, Roatan, Honduras. By far, our favorite beach in Roatan is West Bay Beach. We've been there a few times, and it never disappoints. It's about a 30-minute taxi ride, depending on which cruise port your ship arrives in. And although there is public access to the beach, getting a day pass from one of the resorts might be your best bet. Amazing, calm, crystal clear waters, powdery sand. It is simply gorgeous. And I'll take this opportunity to recommend a good friend of ours, an amazing tour company. Look up Johan from Real Deal Roatan Tours. No matter what your plans are in Roatan, Real Deal will give you an amazing experience and will always get you back to the ship on time. Maybe the most popular port for cruises in the Western Caribbean is Cozumel, and there is no shortage of beaches here that you can go to. But many of them are actually more like beach clubs than actual public beaches. There's many choices, but I have to give it to Paradise Beach as my top spot. There's great food, drink, service, beautiful beach with loungers and shade, water activities, and a floating playground for kids and adults. My husband's favorite spot there is actually the very large pool. Now, I mentioned earlier you might find cruise ship excursions to some of these places, but you're probably better off just going on your own. Taxis from cruise ports are easy to find, and as long as you give yourself enough time, getting back to the ship should be pretty easy too. Also, be aware of the dreaded sargassum. It is all over the place at certain times of year, and it can make the most beautiful beach kind of gross and stinky. Just research any of these beaches and you will find plenty of information about how to get there and what to expect. Remember to leave a comment after this video with your favorite and your not so favorite beach to help out our fellow cruisers. Before I get to my final beaches, I just want to say thanks for watching the video, and if you are looking for a travel advisor with many years of experience booking cruises on all different cruise lines to any destinations, please contact me at sharonatsea@gmail.com. I would love to help you book your next cruise adventure. Now, I told you I would mention a few beaches going forward that I would stay away from, or, my never again beaches, and these are based on my own personal experience. First up is Costa Maya, Mexico. It's a popular cruise port destination, and most cruisers head down to the town of Mahahual, where there's many beach clubs with food and drinks and beach access. But I have to say, the beach that goes along the Mahahual area is just kind of gross. I definitely won't go in the water there. Costa Maya is undergoing many changes now, so maybe things will improve. I hope so. I know some people might disagree with me, but I say if you're going to Costa Maya, that's just not the day to plan a beach day. Now, I really struggled to find another beach in the Caribbean that I flat out would not go to again. But I did think of one, and it is in a popular cruise port in the Mexican Riviera, which many people go to, and that is Medano Beach in Cabo San Lucas. We've been there a few times, and each time it just gets worse than the last time. The beach bars and clubs have put up barriers to keep all the vendors away because they're so aggressive, and it's much more aligned with a spring break beach than a relaxing day at the beach. Like I said, I'd rather go to either of these two beaches than spend a day at work, but if I had a choice, I would look for other things to do in these two cruise ports. So that's a look at the top beaches I would recommend and a few I would avoid. Thanks for watching. Travel safe, travel smart, and I'll see you in the next video.